All right, so get this. Meta, and by that I mean Facebook's parent company, is laying off employees again. But at the same time, they're putting a ton of money, and I mean a ton, into AI research.
Yeah.
It's like they're betting big on the future of AI, but maybe not so much on the people, you know?
Yeah, it is a fascinating paradox, isn't it? What makes it even more interesting, though, is that Meta's AI chief, their own AI chief, predicts that we're still a decade away at least from actually getting to human-level AI.
10 years. Really?
A decade.
Wow, so they're really in it for the long haul, but they're making some kind of contradictory moves along the way.
Yeah.
Can you imagine going into a meeting like about AI's impact on whatever, just dropping that knowledge? People would be floored.
Yeah, absolutely. And, understanding the pace of these advancements is crucial, but it's not just about the timeline, right?
Yeah.
It's about what it all means, the implications of it. Like, take Meta's latest thing, this CodeTracker 3. It's all about trying to get AI to, see and understand what's happening in videos, kind of how we do.
Wait, so AI learning like a human? That's like straight out of sci-fi.
Right. It might sound a little far-fetched, but tech is here. This CodeTracker 3 uses this thing. It's called pseudo-labeling, and basically, it's a way of training a computer to recognize and then track objects in a video
Okay.
by labeling things, just like we would.
Okay, that's seriously cool, but what does that actually mean? Like for me, I'm not building robots or anything. Give me a real-world example.
Okay, so picture this. Self-driving cars, right? That can actually learn from driving around and get better at dealing with tough situations, like on the fly, just like a human driver.
Wow.
Or imagine those medical imaging things, but they're so good that they can see and track these tiny little things wrong with you. That's CodeTracker 3's potential.
That's wild. So Meta's making a splash with AI, but they're not the only ones, right? I mean, Google and NVIDIA are teaming up too, and they're trying to figure out this big problem with AI sustainability.
Yeah, for sure. All this processing power, and it takes a lot. It needs energy, lots of it, which isn't great for the planet.
Right.
So Google and NVIDIA are trying to work together to come up with these energy-efficient ways of doing AI, because we don't want a super advanced future if it wrecks the planet.
No kidding. It's like wanting one of those super fast cars, but it runs on, the dirty fuel. Not good.
Yeah.
Speaking of powerful forces, though, let's jump over to cybersecurity. Things have been intense there lately. Remember all those cyber attacks a while back hitting everyone, it seemed like, from ChatGPT to even Microsoft?
Yeah, you're talking about the ones that were blamed on that group they call themselves Anonymous Sudan.
Right, that's them. Like every single day there was some new target.
Right.
But get this, 2 guys were actually charged with running that whole thing. And one of them, he could be spending life in prison.
Right.
Life.
Wow. Yeah, that is a big wake-up call, isn't it, about just how serious cybersecurity is, And what's really disturbing is they say these guys went after hospitals.
I know. Hospitals, I mean, seriously, like, where's the line?
Yeah. Where do you draw the line? That is the question, isn't it? I mean, when you're talking about places like hospitals, critical infrastructure like that, the lines, they get really blurry.
No kidding. But hey, it's not all bad news in the tech world, right?
Yeah.
At least Microsoft is doing good work trying to fix that whole digital divide thing everyone's always talking about.
For sure. Their Airband initiative is growing, trying to get internet to those communities that, haven't had it, which is huge. Because access, I mean, it's key.
It is, but it's also, a two-sided coin, right? More access, but then you've got, like, those politicians spreading these totally fake theories about hurricanes, like they're man-made or something?
Yeah, it just shows how tough it is, in the digital age. Like, we're trying to get everyone connected up, give everyone information, but then we've got this misinformation going around. It's crazy.
It's a lot. Thankfully, though, we can always count on web developers to make the internet, faster at least, right?
Yeah, leave it to them to keep things moving. Node.js, the platform behind a bunch of web apps, they just did a big update, version 23. Faster, more stable, all good.
And Angular, which a lot of developers use, that's getting a speed boost too.
Nice.
Basically what it means is faster websites, smoother apps, less of that lag, which we all hate.
Exactly.
Who doesn't love that?
And Microsoft.
Yeah.
They're getting in on the speed thing too. New virtual machines, those are like powerful computers in the cloud, right? They just got way faster.
Yeah.
Because of some cool new tech.
Wow. Faster is always better, especially with the internet. Speaking of cool tech, though, did you see this thing about Prada?
Prada?
Yeah, Prada. They're designing a spacesuit.
Wait, like the fashion brand?
Yeah, for NASA, for their Artemis III mission.
You're kidding?
Nope.
That's wild. I've never heard of that before. It makes you wonder, like, is this just a publicity thing?
Mhm.
Or is this the future? Fashion and space?
Right. It's crazy. Who would have thought? What other weird combos are we going to
hmm
see?
Exactly. And speaking of unexpected, did you catch that thing about Google Flights? They've got those new tools now to help you find cheaper plane tickets.
Oh, yeah, with the holidays coming up, that's going to be so clutch for people.
For sure, booking flights is the worst.
The worst. Well, that about does it for today. From AI that learns like us to hackers facing serious time and even Prada spacesuits. It's been a wild ride through the world of tech. What really stuck with you today?
For me, it's really how tech can be both good and bad at the same time. All this potential, but there are real risks too. Ethical dilemmas, even. It's a lot.
Yeah, it really makes you think. And that's what this deep dive is all about. So until next time, stay curious, everyone.